Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. In this video, we will be lying on our backs for the entire 20 minutes, focusing on releasing tension in the lower back and opening up, working on flexibility and rotation of the hips. So go ahead and begin lying on your back, feet wide on your mat, and allow your knees to fall in towards one another. Lying here with an open chest, arms to either side, allowing your eyes to close as you tune into your body, recognizing what feels tight, what feels good, what doesn't feel so good, just taking notice. Tuning in to the inhale and the exhale, breathing deeply. On your next inhale, press the balls of your feet into the mat as you lift your heels. As you exhale, press your heels into the mat as you lift your toes. Continue this a few more times, lifting heels and lifting toes. Allowing the feet to fall flat against the mat. Gently pulling one knee and then both into your chest, holding around the backs of the knees, rocking gently from side to side as you feel your sacrum press down into the mat, giving your low back a nice little massage here. Should feel good. Allowing your knees to fall naturally open to either side. As you continue to rock, finding movement and wiggles here. Finding stillness as you rotate, pressing slightly down into the right knee and into the left. As you move side to side, should feel the base of your spine moving, curving from left to right with the movement of your hips. Pulling knees together and allowing knees wide, drawing big circles here. Knees together, pressing away from the body, out and together to the chest. Taking opposite direction circles with each leg. And go ahead and switch directions, pulling knees together into the chest, open and together away from the body. Continue with this motion, moving with your breath, keeping your eyes closed if that feels good. And holding knees at center. As you exhale, pull knees into chest and wide out to either side of the rib cage. Exhale, pull wide, and inhale, lengthen. Pull wide and knees together, lengthen. Pull wide. Holding below both knees, rocking gently from left to right. Go ahead and interlace the fingers below the right knee. As you drop your left foot naturally down to the mat, allowing your left knee to open to the left for a half butterfly. Pulling the right knee in and taking counterclockwise circles here. Just moving slowly at your own pace. Go ahead and switch directions, clockwise movement. Holding in at center, finding stillness. Pulling the left knee back up towards the ceiling, setting up for a figure 4 on your back, rocking gently from left to right. Option to apply some pressure to the top of the thigh or the inside of the knee to open up the right hip a little more. Finding stillness and allowing your head to turn over towards the right. And the left. To the right. And left. One more time, each side. And finding your way back to center, lifting the left foot off the mat, interlacing the hands below the left knee. Drawing shoulder blades a little closer to the mat below you. Taking a long exhale as you deepen the stretch. Release the hands, release the foot. Cross your right foot tightly over the left. Option to wrap the right foot underneath the left calf for eagle legs, or release it out, whatever feels better to you. Picking up the hips and dropping your left hip along the midline of the mat for a twist. Allowing gaze to go to the right, arms long to either side. Returning to center, moving slowly, unwrapping the legs, pulling knees to chest, holding knees together as you make some tiny circles with your knees, massaging your sacrum against your mat. And switching directions. Pulling both knees tightly into chest, finding stillness. Interlacing the fingers below the left knee as the right foot comes to the mat, allowing the right knee to fall open to the right for half butterfly. Taking counterclockwise circles with the left knee. switching directions. Finding stillness in the left as you pull the right knee up towards the ceiling, setting up for figure 4 on your back. Taking some small movements left to right as you ease into the hip. Finding stillness in the legs as your gaze goes towards the left. And the right. Left. And right. One more time each side, moving slowly, and eventually finding stillness. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Option to reach the hands below the right thigh or right knee for a deeper figure 4. On the next exhale, pull your shoulder blades down and along your back, deep in the stretch. Releasing the hands, releasing the right foot to the mat, and tightly crossing the left leg over the right. If you completely crossed into eagle legs on the other side, go ahead and do so on this side. Lifting the hips and setting the right hip down along the midline of your body for a deeper twist. Sending gaze opposite to the left. Gently returning to center, uncrossing the legs, bringing hips in line with your body, pulling knees in and taking a couple circles to the left and a couple to the right. Eventually finding stillness, taking knees wide, reaching for ankles or feet, coming into butterfly legs on your back. If it feels good to find some slight wiggles side to side, go for it. Taking notice of the contact of your spine against the mat. Noticing where you're firmly pressing down, what areas lift up a little, with every exhale, seeing how close you can bring your entire spine, each and every vertebrae, as close to the mat as possible. If your hands are on your feet, go ahead and walk them to your ankles or your shins, allowing your knees to fall out as they naturally do to either side. Maybe applying a slight pressure with your hands to actively open the hips. While you lay here, take some rotations, some circles in the ankles. Switching directions. Pointing and flexing the feet. Taking a couple more here as you continue to open through the hips. Take a couple more points and flexes. Hold your feet are where they are. Wiggle your toes a little. And bring your hands to the outsides of your knees to guide them in towards one another. Straighten out the legs above you. Flex and extend the toes a few more times before you find a point of balance, a point where it's comfortable here with legs up towards the ceiling. If it feels better to move your hips up against the wall and allow your legs to hang there more naturally, go ahead and do so. A few more deep breaths here. Wiggling out the toes a little. Pulling knees into chest. And allowing feet to come to the mat. Knees fall open to either side. Supta Baddha Konasana. And pulling knees in towards one another, reversing the position here, taking feet wide to the edges of your mat. This is a great pose for releasing tension in the lower back. Breathing deeply. Bring one hand to your belly, the other to your heart. Taking notice of the flow of breath within your body. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. And drawing that breath deeper towards your belly. See if you can push your hand on your belly a little higher with every inhale and allow it to drop down with every exhale. That is all for this flow. I hope you enjoyed and feel relaxed. Thank you all for flowing along with me. Namaste.